Dear Pats Nation, it's just about time. Yeah, we're back. You know it's Dear Pats Nation. Nation. Yeah. It's Dear Pats Nation. Nation. Come on. Yeah, it's Dear Pats Nation. And the show starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
And we are back. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Dear Pats Nation. It's your boy, Toronto's pride and joy, Mr. Ray Rowe. And to my left, it's actually my right, but I got to point to my left on the screen. I've got Boston's resident angry nerd, Mr. Producer Mike. We got a packed show for y'all tonight. New England Patriots almost blow a sure thing against the Atlanta Falcons. Of course, they went 24-23. However, 9 unanswered points by the Falcons in the fourth quarter. Patriots put up a giant goose egg. Buffalo Bills beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Mike, are you aware of that?
I didn't know who to root for in that game.
Oh, the Chiefs. Can I tell you why?
Why?
Can I tell you why I was cheering for the Chiefs?
Mm-hmm.
Because the Kansas City Chiefs know that they're good. The Kansas City Chiefs have a confirmed dynasty. The Buffalo Bills, who have won nothing ever, are talking dynasties.
They have their little pretend loss streak. I mean dynasty. That's what they call it.
The best dynasty ever. Best dynasty ever. 4 straight Super Bowls. 4 straight Super Bowl losses. Michael.
Yes, sir.
Not a good weekend for me.
No. I tried to not bother you because I was rooting for your team.
I appreciate you for that because yeah. Not a good one. Not a game that I was not a weekend I was thrilled to have. A weekend that I was super stoked to go into.
Mm-hmm.
Like super stoked to go into. Can I set up last week for you, Mike?
Paint the picture.
Just everybody knows, I came in here like 30 seconds for it to go on air. So as I'm talking to Mike, I'm like pulling up everything I need for the show today.
That's how we roll. We just go with it.
So no show last week. I was traveling for work. It's travel season for me, as you know. Traveled last week, traveled the week before, traveling this week, traveling in a couple of weeks. Only last week interfered with the show. And then the end of November at some point, it'll interfere with the show. I'm out east. Kind of near you. I'm in Halifax. Like I'm like a skip jump away from you.
Cross the border.
It's
not that close.
No. And it's closer than I am here.
Right.
And it's an in and out trip for me. It's like fly in Sunday, fly out Tuesday, like in and out.
Yeah.
So I'm away. But I'm at what's probably my favorite conference of the year. I believe that I called you guys from there once for a show.
You did. I remember. I remember you calling in to see how the show was going, and we were like, "We're good."
And I was in no condition to even check on that show.
No, you were not.
So on this conference, got there Monday night, and I watched 18 innings of baseball. Like 4:00 in the morning.
Yep.
And then Blue Jays win.
Mm-hmm.
And they're up 3-2. I'm in a bar with over 150 people from this conference I'm at. I get the "Let's go Blue Jays" chant going. I mean, it's like I'm running around the bar screaming 27 outs, 27 outs. I'm grabbing, this person I'm friends with. I'm like, we're gonna win the World Series. I'm on the highest of highs. And then Friday night rolls around. And Friday night just felt like it was never gonna be the Blue Jays' day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't. We had a bit of a kerfuffle at the end of Game 6. I wondered, did they squander their opportunity? And then Game 7 rolled around. And throughout Game 7, I was messaging back and forth with a buddy of ours, one of my countrymen, not yours, from our capital. I was here, very close to Canada's team. He was representing our team. So to talk about this game, I want to bring in Kevin Gerard. Kevin, I wish it was under better circumstance. I'll still give you the applaud.
Yeah, it was rough.
But
Look at him, he's injured. Jesus.
Yeah, I tore my bicep.
Oof.
Watching the game?
I had Olivered it. No, exact same as Ed Oliver, actually. I forget what they call it, but basically I tore my left bicep doing curls, and it just snapped. I had to get surgery to reattach it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So you're off work now, everything? You're just chilling out? No.
No. I was off for like 2 days. And then last week I worked from home, and then this week I drove one-handed in. So, yeah.
Gym injuries are the worst. They really are.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2000, and what year was my daughter born? 2011, about a month before my daughter was born, I popped a hip doing squats and had to get it realigned and all that kind of stuff. It was like 2 years of recovery. And I never really recovered. Like I never really got back into the swing of the gym as I did after that. In very limited notion. I'm going for shoulder surgery in a couple months. I need surgery on both shoulders. 2 different injuries, been putting it off for years. Right shoulder, bench pressing. Left shoulder, football. So, life is good. But the reason I brought you on, and I appreciate you coming on, injured bicep and all. I think I finally know what it's like to
Be the Buffalo Bills.
Be a Buffalo Bills fan, yeah, because I'd experienced like a Super Bowl loss a couple of times. Like I had to see the Tyree catch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to lose to Eli twice, the Eagles. Like I've 3 Super Bowls I've seen the Patriots lose. Nothing hurt me like the Blue Jays and the Dodgers hurt me Saturday night. And I think it's because 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. I mean,
and the 9th hitter, the bum that hasn't done
Rojas, number 9. I think he was hitting 182 for the series or for the postseason.
It's like of all the guys,
Pretty sure he lost his lineup spot because of how horribly he was playing. Hits the home run, and then the Blue Jays load the bases.
Well, what did they leave? Like 17 runners on base?
17. They set a World Series record, I believe, by the amount of, and I think both teams combined set a record. But they loaded the bases, and I mean, it was just bases loaded, 1 out.
That's it. 1 run. That's it. That's all you need to win. And this guy, and my buddy Varsho, who 3 times could have won the World Series, could have won it twice in Game 6. Same situation. He had a bases loaded in Game 6, and he struck out. And then he had a man on second and third in Game 6 for the win, and he grounded out. And then he had this one where it was only 1 out. Again, all he has to do is just hit a fly ball. That's it, just hit a fly ball. If you hit 1 fly ball out of those 3 opportunities, they would have won. And I thought 6 would have been a steal because I didn't really think, like, what's his name? Yamamoto? Oh, my God.
Yeah, Yamamoto.
He's good. Like, I was already kind of chalking that one up as a loss. And the fact that we still should have won it, like, was...
Well, and they chased him in the 6th inning. They chased him in the 6th. I mean, which is let's face it, what the Blue Jays did this entire postseason, they chased good pitchers
Yeah.
early, and for Yamamoto, who had gone 2 complete games this postseason, chasing him in the 6th inning is chasing him early.
Yeah. 100 pitches, wasn't it? 102 or 105.
Yeah. And then he comes back the next night.
Yeah.
And pitches 2 innings. Obviously, he's pitcher of record for the Dodgers.
He ended up. Who won the MVP? Did they give it to?
I forget it. I
turned it off.
Again, I've never felt this gutted after a loss in my life. Yesterday, my wife and I were just kind of sitting around, and I looked at her. I'll be honest with you guys. I was watching the Patriots game yesterday and watching football, but I wasn't really watching. I was kind of I looked at her at one point. I'm like, I just can't get into this game. And what a different day yesterday would have been. And I want to ask you about this because I heard Jeff Hoffman come out, and I don't know if you heard his interview, and he said, I just cost all these guys the World Series. And I was like, dude, don't. I understand you gave up the home run. Don't carry that. Your guys left 17 runners in scoring position.
And he struck out the side to clinch Seattle to get to the World Series.
And he got 3 outs. They brought him in. And you know what? I got one little message I got to send out here. This is a serious one for me, and I think it needs to be said. Fuck Rogers and fuck the Sportsnet app, by the way, too, because from the time that Trey Savage, I didn't see Trey Savage pitch because the app crashed, and I couldn't watch the game. I don't pay for cable, so I stream off the app. I pay $30 a month for the Sportsnet Plus app for it to crash in the 7th inning of Game 7 of the World Series. We got it back up in the bottom of the 8th, and it was 4-3.
I had the week I had. Oh my God, it was bad. So Thursday, I'm a Calgary Flames fan. I went to the game. They were playing in Ottawa. I watched my Calgary lose. Came home and watched the recording of the Dolphins game and watched them get crushed. Then watched Toronto lose game 6 on Friday. Watched the Miami Hurricanes get knocked out of playoff contention on Saturday day. And then watched the Blue Jays lose game 7 that night. It was an unbelievable string of everything I wanted was just disappointment. And the Hurricanes look so good too this year. They look so good, and they lost to SMU. Oh my God.
So I thought that we did everything right on Saturday because Monday night I was the travel day for me. So I was in a hoodie and a hat, and I watched the ball game. 18 innings. Did you watch the full 18?
I didn't. I watched the end of 15.
So saw Freddie Freeman hit the home run. Now I'm in work mode, so I'm watching the games every night in a suit, dressed just like this.
Mm-hmm.
And they win. Friday night, I'm home. Thursday's a travel day for me. I'm off Friday. So I'm in just, hoodie, ball cap. My wife in the 3rd inning goes up and says, or 2nd or 3rd inning says, I'm going to go put my Bichette jersey on. She goes up, puts her Bichette jersey on. Now, the Toronto Blue Jays have lost both games that she wore her Bichette jersey. She goes up, puts her Bichette jersey on. That inning, the Dodgers score their 3 runs, right? So I'm like, okay, you're not wearing that fucking jersey tomorrow. Michael, Kevin knows this because I messaged him about this. Saturday night, I am sitting on my couch with my wife and my dog in a full suit watching the ball game because that's what I was wearing when they were winning all week. And I was like, I'm not fucking with the juju.
That's what you do.
And I'm wearing I'm sitting there in a 3-piece suit, vest, jacket, tie. And honestly, I was just crushed. And it was funny when they made it 3-3 or 4-4, when they tied up the game, I knew it was over. When you just know, know.
I did too. Yeah. And then the second they got the go ahead run in the top, I messaged my buddies and said, well, that's it. Nice.
And then Vladdy doubles off to lead off that inning.
Yeah.
We can't even move him to third.
No, it's insane.
Can't even move him to third. And I mean, when they came up in the ninth inning,
or not his catch, but when he hit it and the two guys collide in the outfield and the guy still caught it, the defensive replacement. Oh my God.
Can I just make an analogy here? Because I know we're a football show.
Yeah.
A Patriots show. It's like letting the Patriots back in, to the game at half. Like you just know as the opponent you've made a mistake, right?
Well, you've actually nailed it, Mike, because I have messages with my other boy that I was messaging with, and we were texting each other, and we both kept saying the same thing. Like we got to put up insurance runs. Like we got to start cashing in. We got to start cashing in insurance runs, and to have bases loaded with nobody out. Bases loaded with one out or nobody out to not score a run. Yeah. But I now want to switch gears if I can, Kevin, because I want your opinion on this. Mm-hmm. So while those bases are loaded, Dalton Varsho hits the ball on the ground because he's an idiot. And I messaged you. I took a screenshot of a message I had sent the night before to somebody about Varsho. So just to show you that we were on the same page about Dalton Varsho, because I hate Dalton Varsho. All I kept thinking every time he came up was Teoscar Hernandez could hit the ball, right? Like he would have put it up. Kiner Falefa has a chance to score on probably the most intense review I ever watched in my life to see if the Blue Jays were going to win it on a centimeter. Immediately after the game, the dude is receiving threats from Blue Jay fans. I'm going to break your legs.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this.
Yeah, because he didn't get enough of a lead. They said, what were you thinking? Like if the bases are loaded, why are you waiting around? Like you should have gone. You should have had a lead. And you should have been going.
And what's crazy though is when Barger took that lead the night before and got thrown out, those same idiots were like, "Why was your lead so big? You don't take a lead in that situation." Like every baseball guy in the planet I've been listening to all said he was taking the lead. First of all, the coaches will tell him what kind of lead to take. He's not making that decision. Number two, we saw what happened to Barger in Game 6. You don't want to, and bases loaded, you don't want to take that kind of lead. How about Dalton Varsho hits the ball out of the infield and he's guaranteed to score?
Yeah.
How about he hits it to the? How about he hits it to the back end of the set? How about he hits it right to the back end of the second baseman, and he's, you know what I mean? Hit it to the left side of the shortstop, and he scores. Like he put it in the only place that you had to play at third.
Yeah, it was magic. Yeah, it did remind me of when the Patriots were in that Super Bowl against the Falcons, and I don't know if I told you the story. I watched that game with Rico and Bills fan, right? So the two of us, Dolphins and Bills fan, were watching the Super Bowl. He's had a bunch of people at his house, The Patriots scored that first touchdown to kind of come back a little bit. And everyone was like, it doesn't matter. They're so far behind. It's not going to happen. And I looked over, I made eye contact with Rico, and we just nodded. And we knew that they were going to come back and win. I was certain of it because the two of us as Dolphins and Bills fans had been beaten down for 20 years. You know what I mean? Like we knew, and I'd seen this movie before. And it was kind of like that when the Dodgers started hitting I think I texted you, I said, 4's not going to cut it. And I was like, it was just that inevitable of the champion coming back with their, all the fanfare. Toronto was supposed to be the underdog anyways, but it was we Shanahan'd it. Yeah, it was really bad. Yeah,
it was. And it's funny because the first two series I was very critical of John Schneider.
Yeah,
I think I put out maybe it was on Facebook because I seem to I'm older now, so I seem to do better on Meta than I do on Twitter these days. Plus I'm not ranting about politics, so nobody cares what I have to say on Twitter. But I then put out a post that just basically said the Blue Jays are in the World Series despite having the worst manager in baseball as their manager. Like every game he does one or two things that I just sit there and go you can't be that fucking stupid, Schneider. You can't be that stupid. I think he outmanaged I'm drawing a blank, but outmanaged Yeah,
Dave
Roberts.
Yeah.
He outmanaged Dave Roberts by tenfold that whole series. Like, I thought he managed the bullpen perfectly. I thought the only thing
I didn't like the 15. I didn't like the 18 inning game because he went through. He pulled too many guys out, and I kept seeing like, oh, if this doesn't work though, now we have a lineup of bums, and that's why I went to bed at the end of the 15th, because I saw all that was left in the pen was Little, and I was like, oh, well, that's it. Little, it's over. Yeah.
The only thing that I will question for eternity is why Ernie Clement by the end of the World Series was hitting 8th. Why Varsho and Kirk?
They finally Varsho at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was still hitting in front of, you know what I mean? Like, why Clement was hitting behind Varsho and Kirk, I didn't understand. I understand.
Second instead of Luke's. Luke's is it Luke's or Lucas?
Lucas.
But he was really good, but he struggled really badly in that 7-game series. He was awesome in the other series, but he was really bad. You should have swapped him. But then it gets into the righty-lefty thing, which I think Schneider plays too much into.
Way too much.
Like the game we started, the first one where we had like Schneider and Straw, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, they're bums. Like, Schneider had the one home run eventually, but I was like, oh, well, he's a lefty or whatever. And it's like, well, yeah, one guy's you bench Varsho, who's really good, at least in, for that. It's if they were similar, then yeah, sure, play the matchups. But when one's clearly better than the other, don't play that game. And then Varsho was what, 530 for the World Series? Like, yeah.
And I think we know what's sad is I heard Magic Johnson talking about it after the game when he was, be proud, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, this team will be back. Like, trust me, this team will be back. But I think the reality is Ernie Clement is going to get like 30 hits next year. I love Ernie. I mean, what he did in the playoffs this year, what he did throughout the whole regular season, coming back, his whole story, love him. But he's going to get like 30 hits next year. Like, I do not expect Ernie Clement to repeat what he did this season. So then you're down to Kirk, who's very streaky, in my opinion. To me, Kirk stays on that team forever. I think they just gave him a 5-year extension because he's one of the best defensive catchers in the league. He's got like 2 Gold Gloves. He's a great defensive catcher. If I'm a pitcher, I want Alejandro Kirk catching my game because I can throw balls in the dirt. I know 99% of the time he's going to block it. That means something to a pitcher. When especially when you got like a Savage on the team, it's just like, dude, throw your ball, I'll catch it. Like, I will make sure it doesn't pass me. Varsho, Bichette's probably going to be a Red Sox next year. I hope that he stays with the Blue Jays, but he's probably going to be a Red Sox next year. I want to just caution Blue Jay fans. I've seen Trey Savages before. There's no book on him yet. Talk to me at the end of May. I hope the kid, but talk to me at the end of June next year when there's a book on him and enough people have seen him pitch if he's still dominant the way he is. Max Scherzer still wants to pitch. If he comes back, he's going to be 42. Like, I wish he would have left because it's like, even though you lost game 7, it's like, dude, you still could have went out. Like, you pitched game 7, you pitched 4 innings. Like, I think that they literally just squeezed every last ounce of juice out of him.
Where Clayton Kershaw having faced one batter in the whole series. Yeah. You don't want to do that.
So then you have Gausman, who's not a true ace, in my opinion. He's probably a good number 2. So the Blue Jays going to next season, possibly losing Bo Bichette, having no true ace. There's a bunch of
closer. I think I like Hoffman, but I think he's more of a setup guy.
Great setup, man. Not a true closer. Yeah. And there's a good chance that the Blue Jays are 4th in the AL East next year. Like, I really mean that.
Yeah, they got to try and you got to hope Barger isn't a fluke. You got to hope Savage isn't a fluke. You got to hope that Varland continues to improve. You got to hope that Clement keeps playing evenly similar to what we were kind of seeing. Maybe it's a turning point. I don't think these things are all going to happen, but that's the if you're drinking the Kool-Aid, that's the Kool-Aid, right? But they definitely need a starter, I think.
And I think
what's his name from the Tigers? they might be getting rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like-
I've just been going through the possible free agents for next year and the possible trades and the possible cuts, and there's some things. But can we give a shout out to Varlin?
yeah, played well.
Like a shout out to just he's like the Mike Mussina of the Toronto Blue Jays. Like Joe Torre.
Is Nesbitt, is that his name?
Nesbitt?
Nesbitt?
I don't know. I just remember Joe Torre just pitching this.
Sorry. I was Bassett, yeah.
But, Varland was such a workhorse throughout this whole series, and his arm never died. But I remember it was the Yankees for the bullpen game. He gives up the home run the night before. They lose the game, and he just looks at his manager and says, I want to start tomorrow. I want to be the opener. And they hand him the ball, and he comes out. I hope they didn't kill him. Sometimes this happens. Like you run a guy like this and you kill him. But shout out to Varlin, dude. I don't know. I don't. It's like
Did you warn the Patriots fans that you were gonna do this? Like, I love you, but like it's really good. Did you warn the guys
that we're talking about Blue Jays today?
Yeah.
I warned Mike. Actually, I told him I need the first 10 minutes. It's been 26. But
listen, I knew this was coming. I'm a casual baseball fan. I'll admit it. Like, I watch the games. I know what's going on. Don't ask me anything about the players other than, Shohei Ohtani. Like,
I think that if you've been following me on Twitter the last 5 weeks, I don't think I've tweeted about the Patriots. Like, everything has been about baseball. Dude, I'm a baseball guy. Like, I love baseball. This whole wall is covered in baseball stuff. Like, I got my Jesse Barfield autograph here. Like, this whole wall is. She even got a Yankees pennant there. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole. I'm a baseball guy.
I watched Moneyball last night because I just couldn't watch football. It was Dolphins had got slaughtered on Thursday, but it was like, do I watch the fucking Bills win? I don't want to watch the Bills win a game. I hate the Bills. I just threw Moneyball on.
We watched Moneyball last Saturday. It was one of the off days, like one of the days off. We watched Moneyball, and then I had to explain about. My wife watches baseball, but knows none of like. First of all, I tell everybody, like, when people always ask me, like, how did you know she was the one? One of the things I always say is we went to a ball game and I didn't have to explain the game to her. Like, when she just knew what was happening, I was like, okay, you're a baseball fan, I'm good. But she doesn't know the inner workings of baseball, so I had to keep, like, David Justice was a really great player for the Yankees for, in Atlanta for many years, and then, go through that whole thing. But no, it's going to take me a little bit to care about sports again. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, it really is. Like, I have never watched a Pats game. I watched the Patriots almost collapse a loss yesterday and sat there stoic on my couch, like, with no reaction. Like, no reaction whatsoever. I was like, oh, well, Drake May sucks today. I was like, this is
wounded.
Yeah. It's this one hurt. And so I am gonna let you go, Kevin, in a second here because I should talk about football. I think Mike wants to say something too, so we probably.
Listen. On that note, I knew
comments.
how bad it was because you know me. I was cussing at my TV yesterday, and I was like, I can't even message Ray about this. Like, this is.
No, and typically Mike and I are just messaging the whole game. Like, I didn't even message. I think we had like one exchange back and forth. And mine was just
and it
like,
was well after the game. It was like,
Yeah, I could not get into the games yesterday, but Kiki Hernandez came out today and said that the Dodgers are a dynasty. I want to ask you, Kevin, are the Dodgers a dynasty? 3 and 5 years?
The last time a team's won 2 in a row was with the Yankees, right? The 90s or something like that.
They won 3 in a row, 98, 99, and 2000.
Yeah, and so I don't know, 3 and 5. Did they lose any too?
Mm-mm.
They just won all 3 they were in.
Yeah,
it's close. You can make an argument. You can make an argument. Like, if a football team won 3 Super Bowls in 5 years, which the Chiefs did, didn't they? Like, I would argue that they're currently a dynasty.
I crown them a dynasty when they won their third.
Yeah. So I'd say they would.
So the only person I'm happy for is Freddie Freeman. Obviously, he wears the Canadian flag in the World Baseball Classic. We should see that this year too. Both his parents from Ontario. I guess a little bit for Teoscar Hernandez. Shohei Ohtani can go fuck himself. After he used the Blue Jays to leverage his Dodgers contract. I will never forgive him for that.
He did.
Yeah, but yeah, they better not have given him the MVP. He was really good hitting, but the 2 times he pitched, he stunk. We got after him pretty good. I think if you had to give it to Yamamoto, oh my God, that guy's
Yeah.
So I got a question.
3 games, basically.
If the 2 Dodgers players don't collide and Ernie Clement makes that hit and the Blue Jays win the World Series, is he MVP over Vladdy? He's got to be, right? I don't think Vladdy had a great World Series.
No, he was okay. He was better. Yeah. Like he wasn't bad, but it was no like he had the 1 homer.
Yeah,
off Snell. I can't stand that guy.
He got lucky.
Yeah, everything was luck.
Both games. Both games were just luck.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I think so. I think they'd still give it to Vladdy for the whole playoff, even though they're not supposed to, just because he's the big name. And I will say Vladdy was outstanding on defense too. He made several really good plays. So it would have been close. Would have been interesting. We'll never know.
So I don't know. Do you get Toronto sports radio in Ottawa at all? Like, do you hear the scuttlebutt here?
No,
might be similar.
No, it's like we have our own the team or whatever, but it's usually Ottawa centric. Like 97% Senator talk. You know.
So a lot of the talk here this summer has been the $500 million contract for Vladdy, obviously, and just a lot of people thinking that's outrageous money. He's never going to live up to that contract. And Vladdy had a very up and down year this year and actually finished the season very, very poorly. And then I watched him perform in the playoffs, and I said, this is what you pay him $500 million for. Who gives a shit if he had a good game in June? Like, really, like who cares how he played for 2 weeks in June or 3 weeks in August when you needed the guy the most? And even Saturday night, when you needed him the most, he hit a double. And put a man in scoring position, down by 1 run in the 11th inning. He put himself in scoring position with no outs. I mean, look, I'm never going to get mad at a guy for making his money. The Blue Jays blew that anyways by going after what's his face, who signed for $1 bajillion.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's just funny because I only got into the baseball at the end. I used to be a big baseball guy because I'm old, right? So I used to love the Expos, and I was a huge Expos fan. And then because when I was a little kid, I used to have this little transistor radio. When I got in trouble and I get sent to your room, you turn on the radio and I'd listen to the Expos because Ottawa's closer to Montreal than Toronto, so we used to get the Montreal feeds. So I used to listen to them all growing up from a little kid right till they left. And when they left, I kind of left baseball. I tried 1 year with Washington, and it's because Vladdy Sr. was still there, and I couldn't do it. So this year, it was the first time it really caught from the beginning of the playoffs. I said, I'll tune in. And the Blue Jays were never my team because they're my brother's team. So it sucks when it's like, my brother's always been a Blue Jays fan. You know, I was the Expos, he was the Blue Jays. You can't root for your brother's team. You don't want your family to have success. How miserable is that at Christmas dinner? You know what I mean? He's a goddamn Giants fan. He's seen his team win 3 Super Bowls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thankfully, I got the Lakers and his Knicks stuff, but it's like otherwise, I'd have nothing.
My brother-in-law's a Steelers fan, so Christmas dinner is always interest around my table.
You can just sit there and just drop 6 rings on the table. It's over.
Well, we just sit there all the time. Like, got 6. Anybody else got 6? I see a smattering of other teams around the table. But I have an Andre Dawson bat right there, signed bat right hanging up on that wall. That's one of my prized possessions. Even though he was the biggest dick in the world when I got it from him, one of my prized possessions.
He was good, man.
All right. Kevin, I appreciate you.
No worries.
I needed more humor tonight, but I'm just so fucking
It's rough. Yeah,
I'm still gutted. All right, that's Kevin Gerard. Follow him on Twitter at what is it at Kevin Gerard 13?
Yeah, exactly.
At Kevin Gerard 13. Funny guy from Ottawa. Thanks, Kevin.
All right, take care, boys.
Bye.
All right. Should we talk about football now?
You want to?
Should we appease the Patriots fans?
I think we should.
Considering you just like sent me a whack of money today to boost this channel, and then I'm like, let's talk about the Blue Jays. By the way,
Yeah,
you
no.
sent me too much money, you dick.
I know. That's what I do. I'm Italian.
After we had that conversation.
That's all right.
Anyways,
I won't eat so that the people can enjoy our content.
keep an eye on the channel, guys. Starting next week, we're gonna have a lot more content pumping out. So keep an eye out and enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. So not only did the Blue Jays break my heart, the Patriots almost broke my heart yesterday because it really was just a garbage game, dude. I'm going to be real with you. Like Drake May goes 19 for 21 or 19 for 29, one interception. I think he got sacked 6 times. I mean, that pass rush, the Patriots offensive line had no answer.
No, especially in the second half. I felt like what's the phrase we've been using? Like the tale of two halves with the
Yeah.
Patriots, right? Except this was a little bit of script flip for them. So they came out fast, which they haven't done on both sides of the ball, and then Atlanta out adjusted them. So interesting in that regard.
Shout out to Chaseon, who just does that right?
Yeah, Caleb on Chaseon.
Yeah, Caleb on Chaseon. Fucking what a game yesterday. Just blew up that Atlanta offensive line. I mean, you want to talk about not having an answer. You know what a good game yesterday, Christian Gonzalez.
He did, and then he got Drake London.
What's that?
He got Drake London.
Yeah,
fell on him.
He got
hard.
Drake London, but he didn't let London push him around.
No, and you know what? I have a lot of respect for Atlanta.
Keep talking. I'm just doing something.
Yeah, no, you're good. I have a lot of respect for Atlanta because they're the #1 pass defense in the league. So for them to just go right at Christian Gonzalez as well just showed they had a lot of confidence offensively. I don't think Atlanta's getting the credit they deserve because they've been kind of undisciplined, had issues. Listen, this team was, I think, a better defense than the Browns the week before, and clearly a better offense. So I think the Patriots were challenged. They were challenged. They made mistakes, and they still ultimately won. So you want to talk about like an old school Patriots win? That was kind of an old school Patriots win.
But also, it was also an un-old school Patriots way of making the game close.
Was it though?
The game is 21-7 going into the half, Mike. If Drake May doesn't not secure the football.
Oh, I'm not saying that he didn't make a mistake, and I'm not trying to anoint the quarterback in any way. Like, listen, they score that field goal. He doesn't make that fumble. The Falcons roll over and die. It's a completely different game in the second half.
100%. But I'm gonna be real with you. Let me give you something. I don't actually blame Drake May. Yes, the ball security was horrible. Let's not sugarcoat that. That fumble is just a fumble that should not happen.
Right.
And I have given Drake May his flowers for the last 3 weeks. So me criticizing him here is not like, oh, Ray's just hating on. No, have I not, Mike? I have been crowning this kid for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That fumble is inexcusable in my eyes. You cannot do that. However, there's like 23 seconds left in the game. You're on like your own 35-yard line.
Yep.
Just run the football.
Yeah.
Just run out that half.
Yeah.
Run the football, kill the half out, go into the locker room up 21-7, come back out, receive the kick, score. Yeah. Now it's 28-7, game over. Atlanta crumbles. They have no hope.
Yep.
I don't blame Josh McDaniels on the play call because you know for a fact that came down from Mike Vrabel.
Yep.
So I'm not going to blame McDaniels on the call because you got 23 seconds. You're not going to run the football.
No,
if
I'm
you're
not.
going for it.
Yeah, no.
Right? To me, I'm looking at Vrabel going, why? Why are you like, why?
Yeah.
Like Drake May's not Tom Brady. He's not Ryan Tannehill yet. Like Ryan Tannehill was a vet when you had him.
Yeah.
This is a second-year quarterback. I understand he's good. I understand he's smart. I understand we've seen things from him.
Right.
But I still think you got to treat him sometimes and remember that Drake May's a second-year quarterback.
Absolutely, and that showed in this game, right? So to your point, and I think that Josh McDaniels, again, to his credit, and yes, for all those out there who know me, this is like the sky is opening and the ray of sunshine is shining down. Josh McDaniels noticed Drake was rattled in the second half. That fumble for a touchdown really got to him, and then the follow-up pick, I think, really rattled him. And I think they noticed it. They tried to set up some easy stuff. They tried to get the ball out of his hands, and it really just Atlanta was ready. Like they had all the momentum, they had the fire, like they were just going for it. And to your point, like, yeah, Drake May showed that he's not perfect. You know, you're gonna face adversity. So
Yeah, and I want everybody to understand too that I'm not putting, I mean, it was a win, number one.
yeah,
But I'm not putting the collapse squarely on the shoulders of Drake May. But man, I'm telling you, I think Vrabel likes to throw the football. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, because I'm going to give you some numbers.
yep.
Trayvon Henderson,
Mm,
The Ohio State University,
yep.
14 carries, 55 yards, averaging 3.9 yards per carry. So almost
Yep.
4 yards a carry. Terrell Jennings, coming off the practice squad this week, right?
Yep.
11 carries, 35 yards, averaging 3.2 yards per carry plus a touchdown. Why are you not running the football when Atlanta's scoring? Like, why are you not just turning this into a running game, set up play action? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did have some negative runs in there, but to your point, then we saw it on the goal line. They put Tonga in on the goal line as the fullback because he's such a beast. Just to do that, I don't know why Westover is in the game. I don't. He's not a good fullback. Put the defensive lineman in there and just power Terrell Jennings forward for 4 yards over and over and over again, and they could have done that. It bewilders me. They did the same thing with the it's how they lost the well, not totally, but really they got away from the run in the Steelers game and the Raiders game.
I still think the interceptions what killed them that game.
Yeah.
At the ending the second half or ending the first half, not running the football, not scoring. Yeah, I don't understand why they get away from the running game. Maybe it is a Josh McDaniels thing because it was something that used to frustrate me.
Yeah.
In the Josh McDaniels era as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, come on, man. You got a running back average almost 4 yards per carry.
Yeah.
Run the football.
I just and like listen.
Drake May got sacked.
As soon as Booty went out, like that was clearly an issue, right? Like Keyshawn Booty is a banky for Drake May as far as I think Diggs was running decoy routes most of the day. Again, the Falcons, to their credit, really good in pass coverage. As soon as Booty went out, it was like Josh McDaniels' game script got flipped on its head. Like you got
which is unbelievable to me when you've got Austin Hooper. You know what I mean?
Hunter Henry.
You've got Hunter Henry, Stephon Diggs, and Pop Douglas on the field.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking anything away from Booty. Booty himself said it, and I agree with him. He's like, guys, try to remember, I could have been a first round pick if I don't get injured. You know, like, so I get it. I get what Booty is. And Pop Douglas, I mean, he had 4 receptions, 100 yards. He had that huge one in the third quarter. But I'm still sitting there going, like, to me, okay. So like when Gronk would go out of the game or Julian Edelman would miss, some time, Tom Brady didn't have a whole lot sitting there waiting for him.
Right.
I'm going to say right now, and this is not a knock on Drake, it's more of a knock on the game plan.
Right.
I would say having Stephon Diggs, Pop Douglas, Austin Hooper, Hunter Henry, and Booty when he's out there, and then throw in Hollins as the plus Henderson out of the backfield, who can catch the ball out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of the Randy Moss year, and then maybe the double-headed dragon with Gronk, a Hernandez with Welker at the middle.
Yeah.
This is better than any receiving core that Tom Brady ever played with.
Yeah, I agree. But it goes to show you with Josh McDaniels and the way he game plans, like, I don't want to say it's complex. It's just so intricately designed, if that makes sense. Because as soon as like one of those pieces isn't quite what he needs it to be, everything kind of went a little haywire. And like that was obvious. And some of it, again, they've faced 2-3 easy opponents now. Drake May's holding on to the ball, big game hunting a little bit too. Right.
Which was weird because in the first half, he had a couple of big runs, stepped up in the pocket.
Yep.
But yeah, Drake definitely likes to go downfield a lot,
Yep.
more than Mac Jones did, more than Tom Brady did, a little bit more than what we're used to here in Patriot land.
Yeah.
I mean, he tried hitting Pop Douglas twice down the field, hit him once, missed him once.
Yeah. Overthrew Booty pretty badly
Yeah.
once.
But I mean, I'm looking here like Austin Hooper had 1 reception. That's a guy you can get more involved in the game plan. Hunter Henry had 4 catches. Another guy you could get more involved in the game plan. I understand you want to spread the love. Henderson, 4 catches, could be more involved in the game plan. You want to put Stephon Diggs out and have him run routes just to draw defenders? Fine, go ahead. And if he gets one-on-one coverage and blows the defender off the line, then take your shot downfield.
Yeah.
But the Patriots for so many years built a legacy and built a dynasty on dinking and dunking and just taking it to teams. And I'd like to see them get a little bit back to that.
They do. And again, I'm not trying to crap on the quarterback. So for everybody out there, oh, you're hating. It's one of those things where, like, listen, we've got some, and some version of like the Josh Allen Mahomes experience going on here now. This is what happens with both of them. You saw it last night. Some plays they get it off quick. Some plays they run. Some plays that they're big game hunting. Drake, sometimes he's great at taking the guy that's open. Last night he was looking for the big plays because they've played some pretty easy opponents. So it's like Josh has to sit him down and say, like, listen, we're gonna give you an out that's 5 yards in front of you. You need to take it if something's not open. That's the big thing. He needs to still learn to throw the ball away. To your point, he's a second-year player, and he needs to go to the open man. So
Michael Penix had a big game for Atlanta, 23 for 37, 221, 3 touchdowns, 1 sack, no interceptions. Rushed the ball a couple times as well.
Yeah, two big runs on third down.
Yeah, he had a 15-yard run on third down.
Yeah.
And then again, the Patriots had no answer for London, no answer for Walker, no answer for Dorius. They were just all over Mac Jones or Drake May.
They like to go up the middle of that offensive line, right? So they're starting to see what I think a lot of teams are seeing.
Which is funny because everybody in Patriots land thought it was our left tackle was the issue.
No, and it's. I heard somebody today say like Will Campbell got put on his ass twice, and I'm like, really? Because I saw him put about 3 or 4 people on their ass while somebody was running up the middle through Bradbury. So,
Will Campbell is an easy target for Patriots fans, and
they know his name. They know his name.
Patriots. It's exactly. I want to go right now and ask every casual, who's the center on the Patriots?
Right.
Oh, is it still David Andrews?
Yeah, it's still.
Something that's not getting talked about enough, Mike, and I think that needs to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Efton Chisholm is not the guy to return kicks.
No,
he's not that guy. They need to figure that out. With Gibson out, they need to figure that out. He's averaging he averaged that game 26 yards a carry. Or 26 yards a return. You
want to be real, and I've heard this take on the internet, and I kind of agree with it. Go give up one of these 6th-round picks you got for Keon White or Kyle Duggar, and go get a punt returner or a kick returner.
A kick returner. Why not try to give Marcus Jones a chance to run the ball back?
He's doing too much.
You think so?
Much. Yeah, I don't think they want to risk him doing.
He'll just be exhausted. Can't do it.
Kicks. He's. And to Vrabel's credit, I thought they were going to trade him too, but they like what he does in the middle of the field. And he's basically playing a combination of nickel corner and free safety. So it's...
Listen, Duggar getting traded didn't surprise anybody.
No.
Or it didn't surprise me at all. I mean, the fact that wasn't even our lead story. 2 years ago, imagine if Duggar got traded, like that would be the lead of tonight.
No,
We're
we'd
talking
be-
about it for the first time 49 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
But I like Marcus Jones. You
I
know
do.
that. I'm a big fan of Marcus Jones. I'd hate to see him leave this Patriots team. He got bullied a little bit by London yesterday, but never should have been out there.
No,
Or not,
no,
London,
and again,
London, right? Did I say that
yeah,
right?
Drake London.
Yeah,
And
Drake London, yeah.
And this is why, okay, like for Patriots fans that pretend everybody else is like no good and we're still like crown prince of the universe. This is why other offensive coordinators get paid too. It was a I don't want to say ingenious, but it was a really good game plan by the Falcons to set up basically like a stunt where they constantly matched up Christian Gonzalez and Marcus Jones on one side with their two receivers, and they constantly managed to get the matchup they wanted, putting London on Marcus Jones. Like they got it all night long.
Yeah, and they forced that. They forced out
Yeah.
of the Patriots. Patriots played a lot of zone yesterday.
Yeah, which I didn't like.
I'm not. I think on the Falcons' second touchdown, or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I said it at one point. I almost texted you. I was like, "What's with this crappy zone? Like, why
Yeah,
is Christian Gonzalez 5 yards off the receiver?"
I saw that Atlanta put somebody in motion, and the Patriots didn't budge, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh no, they're playing this zone," and then they scored. And I
Yeah.
just thought, I remember thinking, like, they're going to score. Unless they just thought, Atlanta's got big, strong boys that are catching that football. And I just wonder if maybe they
Kyle
thought,
Pitts, Drake
Yeah.
London. Yeah.
maybe they weren't strong enough. But I think Gonzalez was. I think Gonzalez was strong enough. Look, Drake London's going to get you. I don't care who you are, right?
Yeah.
So let him get you when he gets you, but get him when you get him. That's just, to me, Gonzalez in London is just a heavyweight bout. Or
Yeah.
Pitts in London is a heavyweight bout. Like, have the two of them go at it, and you know what I mean? But to me, I hated the zone, and they played a soft zone.
Yeah.
And they were trying, to me, in my opinion, like the defensive game plan was, and maybe if you watched Atlanta a little bit this year, maybe this is why they did it. I think they were trying to give Penix the inside. They were trying to give him the inside, let him take the easy pass in this, because that defense is really good at just like not breaking. They can play that bend but not break. They can play dominant. It's not the old Bill Belichick defense of, bend but don't break. They can, but I think in this game they realized, let's just bend. Like, let's just play soft. Let's bend. We won't break. We'll give up field goals. You know what I mean? We'll try to play tough down in the.
They're gonna get burnt on it eventually, and I'll tell you why. Though we gave Kayvon Chason his flowers early in the game, they burn out on pass rush quickly.
Yes,
And
they
you
do.
You see it because I think Penix dropped back 40 times and got sacked once. Now he was pressured a lot, and he should have been sacked probably 2 or 3 times more. But their pass rush is really hit and miss. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
no, I think the only consistent pass rusher they have is Carlton Davis. I think he's been the only one who's been consistent this whole year.
Yep. You mean Milton Williams?
For
pass rush, Carlton Davis is a corner.
Yeah, but they have. Oh no, not Carlton.
Harold Landry.
Yeah, Landry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I know names aren't.
Yeah, Harold Landry has been the only consistent pass rusher the whole season, and to me, I got confused because I've been saying to you that Landry and Davis have been our two best defenders all season.
Yep.
No ifs, ands, or buts, and then you have Spillane, who I think is probably number 3. Like, that's the core of the defense right there. That's 1, 2, 3 for me. Harold Landry, the old dog, though, coming in has been, to me, the only consistent player. I know he only had 2 tackles on the day, but he was just disrupting shit like crazy throughout that whole game. But there was a time, and they made a joke out of it, and they basically said, if you're going to send the house, you got to get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
No.
And so I was pissy.
Can I be real with you too? Michael Penix is a good quarterback. I don't think he's a great quarterback, right? I think Drake London is a great receiver. So the fact that he was able to elude the pass, it was basically, long story short of what I'm trying to get to, it was shades of Vegas for me. Like, he seemed to have, not all day back there, it wasn't Geno Smith like with the picnic table out having a sandwich, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah, and look, I totally agree with you, and I think that there are times that I think that. Oh, sorry, my head is just not in it.
No, you're good.
No, I had a really good point that I wanted to make. Oh, so I want to go back to, like you said, Penix is a good quarterback, but London's a great receiver.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Danny Amendola was a decent receiver, but Tom Brady was a great quarterback.
Right.
And that's really and like, I don't. Julian Edelman is not Julian Edelman on any other team with any other quarterback. Like, let's just face it. The only three guys, I would say, the only three guys. Four guys. Done at four. The only four guys that Tom Brady ever played with that were a pure receiver or tight end that would have had success with other teams. Gronk, because he's Gronk.
Yep.
Welker, because he's Welker. And he had success in Miami. That's why they gave him a second-round pick for him.
Yep.
That's why he had success with Peyton in Denver. Welker, Randy Moss, obviously, and Deion Branch, Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, we were gonna talk a little trade deadline today too. Like, listen, by tomorrow, if they're gonna add anything, I know everybody who plays fantasy is gonna be like, wide receiver AJ Brown. Like, listen, if they could, I'm back.
No, it's gonna be Waddle. It's gonna be Waddle.
It's while Kevin was here, I should have asked. They traded Jalen Phillips to the Eagles today. Pass rusher. That's who I really wanted. I
that's the one that's what you sent me the other day. We wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
How about here's my trade scenario. Okay.
Yep.
Typical Patriots fan scenario. Tell me if this does not sound like Patriots Twitter.
2 first-round picks for Julio Jones.
No. Dude, a 5th-round pick and a conditional 7th for Waddle. Straight up.
Yeah, straight up. We'll throw in Anthony Jennings.
Is he still on the team?
Yeah,
he is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, they're trying to trade him.
So did he play yesterday?
I think he played like 1 snap.
I like Terrell.
I do like Terrell Jennings.
Anyways, like, we knew this Patriots season wasn't going to be perfect. Yesterday was not perfect. They beat a team they were supposed to beat, though.
Yeah.
A team that the Buffalo Bills couldn't.
So this was the other thing I loved. I listened to a certain, radio station in the afternoon when I drive home, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good when they're defending Drake May because they've become pretty big Drake May fans. But some Buffalo fan calls in and goes, "You guys have beaten all bad teams," and then they just turn around and go, "You mean the team you lost to? Oh, okay," and just hang up. So.
Next week's the test, man. We got about 2 minutes. Let's talk about it.
Yep.
On the road in Tampa Bay, which I guess is now Baker Bay.
Baker Bay, baby.
But missing the top receiver.
Actually, probably Godwin, too. We'll talk about that another time.
Right now, they got the Bucs as a 2.5-point favorite.
At home. So home field advantage. Makes sense.
This was the only game that I had circled in this run as a loss for the Patriots. Based on what I saw the last couple of weeks, I still have it circled as a loss. What are you thinking?
I am going to say loss for right now. But what I will tell you, and I meant to loop back around to this, we talked about adding a slice every week, okay? This was the Steelers' loss a couple weeks ago, except they managed to pull it out because they're showing maturity, they're showing growth, they're showing mental toughness. I also wonder if this was the same thing where Vrabel can go in and say, you played really bad, you played messy, we need to clean it up. So in other words, the game that they kind of needed to like re-hone them, that's the thing I'm going to give them. Is why I'm going to say it could still be a 60-40 game. You could still see the Patriots come out in this.
Speaking of a Steelers loss.
Oh, boy. Daniel Jones. What happened?
Daniel Jones. 31 for 50. I don't even want to hear about the 342 yards. 31 for 50, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 5 sacks on the day. Pittsburgh made him their bitch. Oh my God.
Speaking of Kyle Duggar, so we traded Kyle Duggar, old school OG. By the way, speaking of the Patriots being back, Atlanta's accusing us of cheating. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. It's hilarious. We're back. We traded Kyle Duggar to the Steelers so that they could beat the Colts, so that we can then get to the Super Bowl. I'll leave it there.
Shh. What?
Yeah, Kyle Duggar played 53% of the snaps yesterday. It was like a boss.
Yeah, he got 3 tackles. I was just looking at his stats here.
Yeah.
Falcons accused Patriots coaches of cheating. What?
So at the end there on the intentional grounding, they're saying one of the linebackers like clapped to simulate the snap count. Because they run that pistol college-y garbage.
They were clapping, simulated our snap, got us to snap the ball more. Said that's why the ball was snapped early to Penix. It's illegal to clap?
Apparently.
If defense is caught simulating a snap count, that's known as disconcerting signal, and it's illegal. Why is that illegal?
I don't know. Vrabel was somebody was saying that like one of the defenders was like trying to like get the other defender's attention to get him in position, but then they're saying like, oh, Vrabel and Stretch planned that out because they run the pistol in the college offense that's always clapping, so that it was like the old school Belichick conspiracy theory, like, oh, Vrabel and Stretch are playing chess, getting their defenders to clap to throw them off. To which I say, yeah,
I hope they did. I hope they did. I hope they did cheat, you little whiny bitch. And I hope that your center was that stupid that he heard the guy clap in front of him and snapped it to the ball behind him where the clap is supposed to come from. And that means Mike Vrabel is your daddy. With that being said, Mike, tell me about those Patriots.
They're going to be legit, kid.
Dear Pats Nation, it's just about time. Yeah, we're back. You know it's Dear Pats Nation. Nation. Yeah.